Premier Ford held a pre-budget announcement in Vaughan today, but we were eager to ask him about a series of other issues. Would you believe the Premier weighed in on everything from sick days to haircuts to smoking cannabis?
They're smoking their doobies or weed or whatever the hell they call it. Whatever the heck they call it nowadays.
Ford was responding to a question I asked him about modernizing cannabis laws in Ontario. The Chamber of Commerce just recently recommended that the Ford government allow cannabis consumption sites, like bars where the smoking of the drug would be allowed. Ford says he's not in favor.
Some kids walk by and there's all this smell. No, I don't know. I don't like that personally. If you want to do your stuff, do it somewhere else.
The Premier may be against the idea of cannabis bars in Ontario, similar to what you'd find in Amsterdam, but the idea is gaining some traction with some members of the opposition.
The first step is to consult with public health officials and have a thorough public health and safety review, and then come up with rules and regulations that support businesses and public health at the same time.
You're not completely disregarding this as a possibility, Mike.
I'm not disregarding it. I just want to make sure we don't do it in a half-baked way.
I also wanted to get Ford's take on paid sick days. A program that gave workers 3 paid days off to recover from COVID is set to expire at the end of this month. Will you be extending that in any way, shape, or form, Premier?
Yeah, that was specifically designed for the pandemic to help people out. That's the reason we had one of the highest vaccination rates in the entire world, because we put these programs in, and we'll just have to see over the next few days.
People shouldn't go to work when they're sick, COVID or not. It actually decreases our productivity. It's not healthy for people to do that. And 3 days is kind of a floor. I think that's reasonable for everyone in this province to have.
While announcing more money for training in the skilled trades, Ford also launched into a story about his haircut, which he says he received at a U.S. Walmart over March break. The barber, he says, took too much off the back and sides.
He didn't speak English and I didn't speak Spanish. So all of a sudden he pulls out the shaver and zoom right across the thing. He must have used not even a 1, a 0. And I said, Senor, look what you did.
But a much more pertinent question to ask is, will Ontarians be asked to take any sort of financial haircut in this Thursday's budget? You see, the finance minister has recently spoken a lot about restraint. Does that mean service cuts will be on the way in this week's budget?
No, it does not mean, I don't think you can cut your way to prosperity.
Now, the finance minister dodged a question today about how long it'll take to balance the budget, which again will be tabled on Thursday. Sources are telling me, though, this is a back to business type of budget, a serious document, I'm told, in a time of economic uncertainty. We'll have full budget coverage on Thursday. At Queen's Park, Richard Southern, City News.